Well, hello there, you absolutely incredible person. This is Melinda Balling. Thank you so much for calling our Quantum Leap hotline this weekend. Well, this weekend, I want to visit with you a little bit about the magnetic energy of optimism. You know, one of the most attractive vibrations we can project is that of a relaxed, peaceful, and confident spirit, an attitude of positive assumption. Now, kind of think about that word, assumption, expecting the best, and the overall expectation that everything is going to be okay is closely connected to the subject of confidence because it's simpler for an optimistic person to be self-confident, and it's much easier for a confident person to be optimistic. There's a special kind of energy to optimism. It's a peaceful assurance that no matter what may be going on, the world's going to send good things your way. This hopeful expectation is an important part of your consciousness. Pessimists fill their consciousness with worry, and they forget that they always have the option to look at things differently. An optimist develops an awareness of her worry patterns. She notices when they're getting out of control and makes conscious choices to, intervene. Stop that worry. I know it's not easy, but it takes practice and it can be done. When we're pessimistic, we're plodding through life in fear versus getting into the flow of how wonderful life is and can continue to be. Optimism produces positive results, perpetuating even more hopeful expectations. An upbeat attitude creates the kind of happiness that, it just carries us through life. No matter what's going on, real optimism, the attitude of hope and positive expectation, puts us in a state of relaxed flow, that magical feeling of personal intention and solutions on the horizon, even if we are going through something that is challenging. You know, studies show that optimistic people are less likely to catch infectious diseases and more likely, if they do, to recover from them more quickly. When we make a decision to become an optimist, yep, that's right, it's a decision. We don't just wake up one day and are more optimistic about life. It is a mindset that we decide to cultivate. Now, yes, some people are more naturally optimistic, but let's face it, we have to take control of our mind and set it in the direction that is going to serve us. So when you make this decision, not only are you going to be a happier person, but guess what? You're going to draw more positive people to you and more positive experiences. When you are in what I call divine flow, you're more likely to meet the right people, get a good parking space, even that, and just manifest divine connections. So the choice to become an optimist may not be easy, but my friends, it's really worth the effort. Like most important decisions, you don't just make it once, you do it every day. It takes silencing the voice of your inner enemy, that, evil twin that can't accept the best, that self-talk, you know what I mean. You can stop the thought process by noticing it and affirming something as simple as, I choose to believe everything is ultimately working together for my good. So, let's just talk about 3 simple ways to start to train your beautiful mind to go more in the direction of a optimist until you get it down, until you are the most optimistic person that your friends have ever known. So number 1, it's important to catch the negative narrative. Become aware of your inner dialogue. Pessimism often hides in automatic thoughts like, I can't, this always happens to me, or it won't work out. Start by simply noticing these thoughts without judgment. Awareness is the first step to transformation. Now, here's a little tip. excuse me, keep a thought journal for a few days. When you catch a negative thought, write it down. You'll start to see a pattern. And once you see them, you can change them. Yes, through changing our inner dialogue, our self-talk. Number 2, just flip the switch. When you catch a negative thought, challenge it. Ask, is this absolutely true? What else could be true? What's the evidence? What's the opportunity? In other words, what's the opportunity here? Flip the script. So, let's say, for example, you say to yourself, I just have such a hard time booking. It's just, nobody wants to have a appointment for a beauty experience. It just seems like everybody's too busy. Well, maybe you had that experience, and we all have. But that doesn't mean you have to be pessimistic about booking. It just means that you can flip the switch. How about, is this absolutely true? Well, how could this absolutely be true? Because people are flourishing, holding appointments, selling product. If they can do it, so can I. It can't be absolutely true. What else could be true? Well, maybe I'm not talking with enough people. Or maybe I am not expecting people to respond to me in a positive way. Well, what's the opportunity here? Well, the opportunity is to change my expectations, to become more optimistic, to use affirmations and creative visualization to see people responding to me in a positive way. Okay, well, hopefully you get the idea. All right, so reframing that script takes the doubt or fear and turns it into fuel. And it also can turn setbacks into stepping stones. And number 3, feed your mind better inputs. Okay, so optimism is nourished by what we consume. It's important we surround ourselves with uplifting content. What are you listening to? Positive people and practices that support hope, possibility, and progress. Yes, you have a mind that is just ready to be fed whatever you choose. And the more that you choose positive, uplifting thoughts, words, surrounding yourself with people who are in a positive, optimistic frame of mind, the more that influences those neural pathways in your brain and just absolutely re-records over the things that are holding you back. So what are some things you can do? Of course, read inspiring books, listen to motivational podcasts. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. Practice daily gratitude. My friends, if anything is going to make us more optimistic and positive, it's practicing daily gratitude. To start to notice the tiniest things and even write them down, if you will. And also, this is really important, limit doom scrolling or negative news binges. We are so inundated these days with that sort of thing on Facebook and social media in general. You know what? Give your mind a rest, because that kind of scrolling is not feeding your mind. The highest and best is not promoting optimism. Sometimes you just have to take a mental vacation from all of that. I think it's really important. So, all right, let's work on being the most optimistic person that our friends and family know. And my friends, this isn't just Pollyanna stuff. This is actually the thinking that changes your experience. You will start to create a better, more abundant life with positive, optimistic thinking. You will practice it, I promise. All right, my affirmation for you today is, your mind is a garden. Choose to plant seeds of hope, growth, and resilience. Okay, let's say that in the first person. My mind is a garden. I choose to plant seeds of hope, growth, and resilience. Again, my mind is a garden. I choose to plant seeds of hope, growth, and resilience. Let's go for it one more time. My mind is a garden. I choose to plant seeds of hope, growth, and resilience. Well, all right, my optimistic, fabulous, incredible Quantum Leap family friends. Have a very blessed day and a wonderful weekend. Thanks again for calling. God bless you, and goodbye for now.